Oh wow, it's very tail happy. Whoa, we're not even putting. Quick disclaimer, I literally just drove back from Croatia for 17 hours with the baby, 2 dogs, my wife as well, so I might be a bit slow, maybe also on track, but this car should be still fast enough, the 400Z, something that really made me urge my wife to come back here in time, because I really wanted to be here back in time, because I wanted to try it out. So on that point, I would say thank you very much for making this happen.
Thank you, Misha,
for we tried to us. Yeah, we've been in touch for quite some time now, and here we are. Now, Enrico mentioned, actually quite funny, that in 20 years it hasn't changed a lot since 350Z. Is it true? Well, some things yes and no. Give us a quick rundown, because you're actually importing them.
Yeah,
so
we do import them, not only the one here, that's the C Performance, more or less not the lowest spec, it's the middle version, and then there's the Nismo, so we will return with the Nismo,
yes.
Misha, for sure. And it's a 3-liter twin turbo.
Can we see the engine? Let's open the bonnet, so have a look. Yeah, the car is on Bridgestone Potenza S007, so it should have been on Aston Martin, I guess, with such a name. Very non-sticky tire at all, because it's you will see about for yourself. And also the brakes, they were also not really braking halfway through the lap. But the main important thing is, finally Nissan has decided to put a proper engine into the Z. So we have here 3-liter V6 twin turbo with 400 and something horsepower.
405 in this one, and the Nismo has 425. Not sure what the air filters here from Nismo are doing, but hopefully they add a few horsepower here, but the stock is 405.
Nice. Nice. It is actually definitely the engine that the Z platform finally deserved, because the 350Z that we saw standing over there from Enrico and 370Z, they're just big, heavy and slow and lots of noise but no power. This one has very good noise. I really enjoyed the sound coming from the exhaust, or maybe the speakers, or is it a bit of combination, I guess. Yeah, but still they've done it actually quite nice for my liking, so that was very, very good. Suspension, on the other hand, is really soft. It's a proper GT, basically the same as the previous 350Z or the GTR or etc. So it is not 100% track optimized, I would say. And for the engine, it's also quite laggy, because the boost kicks in at around 3.5 or 4,000 RPM, something like that.
3.5, but it revs up to those 7.
It revs a lot,
and the boost pressure is basically higher on the top, and this is why you feel that urge that sucks you in. Gives you some GTR vibes. There are some GTR vibes in. The noise, yeah, the V6, noise, yeah. The 3-liter V6, it definitely is very GTR-ish. The main feature that we have here is manual transmission, what you do not have with GTR, of course. And yeah, I think this car could be really nice when you, of course, put all the track optimized components such as brake, tires and suspension. It could be very interesting, but for that, that's something, maybe one of you has one of those built, but they're very rare in Europe, pretty much impossible to get. In US they were very popular, but they're not even sold in Europe, right? Officially they are not sold, though they decided not to bring it, because those cars are not mentioned or meant for Europe anymore, but we did it. Now, at least in Switzerland, you can order them. We did all the homologation stuff, which was cumbersome, really cumbersome, and now it's on the market.
Very nice.
Get it in Switzerland.
And to be fair, it's a very good looking car. It's something different, it's something nice, and just like my Corvette, great potential, but you need to change everything. So proper car guy's car, because once you change it, it might become very good, because I cannot speak from experience, but at least it was, the engine was good and everything, and the rest we just need to change, track optimized. Anyway, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Misha.
And then hope your lap was not that bad either.
It was not that bad.
Yeah, that's good.
It was not that bad, but still, I agree with you. Some upgrades should be done to make it.
Yeah, to make it for the track.
For the track. Yeah.
For the track. But you drove all the way from Switzerland for this, right?
That's it, yeah.
And it's comfortable?
Super comfortable. This is the GT part. Has always been comfortable since 1969. The predecessors as well. So it's a GT car. It's fast. Top speed 250 in that region, so it's quite fun.
Very good,
it's a fun
very good.
Car.
Anyway, enough talking. You guys enjoy the lab. We're joined by the Z expert, Enrico, whose 350Z is in the shop, who is also can do all the detailing and car cleaning for people wondering.
Absolutely.
You were saying that everything is 350, 370Z.
Yeah, they took a lot of elements, and if I'm not wrong, it's also a 370 chassis that is based on, and like elements like this is the same on my car. This door handle, door panels, 370Z.
The seat heater is the...
Yeah, this is like the same even in the Nissan Navara. But see the bottom.
Yeah, also the adjuster on the
350.
right side, the buttons, like over here.
The handbrake is 1-to-1 the same as in the 352.
The S gear button thingy, S mode.
Cup holder, everything.
Yeah.
It's a new build car, but on an old platform, which is a nice combination.
Yeah,
It's cool
which
that they still make sports cars.
Yeah, true.
Right.
here it is. Bye, Enrico.
Ciao.
Give it a rev. Okay, so there's definitely speaker noise coming from because it sounded much crazier on the inside, but it's still good compared for what we have today in the markets. What's very like quiet.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Don't kill yourself.
No.
Alright, hello and welcome to a lap with Nissan 400Z. First, a couple of disclaimers as we're rolling towards the track. First of all, I just came back from Croatia by driving 17 hours. I had enough sleep, but I also haven't been here for a week and I might be a bit rusty, so good driving excuse, yeah. The second thing is I already tried to go to the track, but in the first bit of braking on the street, my camera just yeeted off. Something is very specific about the trim of the 400Z because I used about 4 different adhesive pads from GoPro with duct tape and also with additional interior treatment to get all the degreaser on and to make sure that it's not greasy, and still things doesn't stick. So there is a high chance that the speedometer camera is gonna walk or fly off. That's why we also do not have a pedal cam, because I couldn't get it to stick at all, also with duct tape. But luckily we have, of course, also DRAGY, so we still have all the GPS data when it comes to speed, G-forces, etc. So if you want to have pocket-sized telemetry that will keep sticking to your car, use code Misha on godragy.com. And yeah, finally, as we were waiting, it started to rain slightly, so we might be surprised. We're also on Bridgestone Potenza something street tire, so nothing too grippy, so we will see. And finally, to complete my talk with you guys, I will try to just like drive a bit more and talk less. Let's experiment with that. One thing I want to tell you is, as I was driving here, the engine noise or speaker noise or the exhaust noise is very good, but the turbos kick in relatively late, so floor it. This is why it would be good to have a pedal cam, because the clutch was fully engaged, yet the second gear decided to crunch. We're also in sport mode, maybe or maybe not. This has to do something with it, so let's see. Power feels nice, suspension feels very soft. Maybe you can see how much we're floating at this point. The gearbox is in sport mode, so it's supposed... Oh wow, it's very tail happy. Whoa, we're not even putting... Hello? I mean, could be the tire, could be the alignment, could be the way it's actually set up to be very playful, but in my opinion that might be a bit too much. Should be fun. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, the gearbox is set in sport mode, so it should rev match on downshifts, but I didn't notice it doing so. So I'm doing heel and toe by myself. Man, the back end is really... There is just like, it's non-existent. It's impressive. I can hear the back end tires, the rear tires squeal. much slower than I usually would be. Let's let those guys pass. There is like no contact whatsoever with tarmac. The bonnet starts flapping around, tells us a bit about the aero situation. Okay, we're encountering some traffic. Oh, there is some rev match happening actually. It's a bit so lots of traffic and combination of the tires being tired. I don't feel like pushing it. Had to do something for stateside supercars, but there's too much traffic to do any kind of responsible stuff. Man, this chassis might have potential, but we will not find out today. Yeah, you can go. Oh, some understeer. Golf R. Nice license plate though. La 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 la. Very high G-force corner, but not today. Oh, brakes are also giving up. It's like no braking performance. Oh, someone took a bit of dust. No braking performance. Like I'm full on the brakes and there is like almost no stopping, so man, it's really sad. No wonder why Nissan is having a bit of a hard time now. This could be such a great car out of the box. Oh man, pedal is getting soft, so it's nearly mission abort. We should cool down here a bit. Tier 6 coming through. La 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 la. Alright, so I have to be honest with you guys. Well, not honest, but lots of cars out of the box are set up really badly. When you change things, change the alignment, change the brake pads, change the tires, wheels, you name it, suspension, then it becomes very good. But a lot of cars are also set up quite good out of the box, so you do not need to do this. And this is supposed to be really good, but unfortunately so far, aside from a good noise, I'm really not excited. Wheel squeal in the carousel, that's something new. Such a hard time with this car because the tires have no grip, the brakes are also done, but this is my favorite part of the track, so I do want to kind of enjoy it. as much as it is possible. He's far from home. Impatient GT3 RS coming through. You can fly, fella, fly. We're doing about 40 kilometers per hour less than I usually would do through here. Really sad. There's like zero confidence. Horsepowers it has. Okay, verdict. Really sad, like disappointed even. Like tires made it impossible to drive. I mean, there was just like absolutely zero grip. Brakes also were dead halfway through the lap, so there was nothing we could have done in a responsible manner. It's yeah. Well, I guess I can tell you public service announcement in case you're tuning in for the very first time because you're curious about the car. You never watched any video of mine. I'm not skipping any lines. The line to the right is for people who want to go into the car park, and the line on the left is for people who want to go straight or get off the car park completely. So this is what we are doing. You see? So he's going to the right, we are going straight off, and that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm genuinely sad. I was super hyped about this car. I like to explain to you how hyped I was for this car was. Like I had to drive from Croatia, you know, and I really planned my trip around it, and I was pushing my wife to like be back home in time so I could drive this car today, because today was the only window. Otherwise I would have stayed one more day there. And yeah. I don't know. The only thing I can say is, does anyone have a 400Z with Malou and Lapo? Were they still stuck in the traffic jam, I wonder? Well, does anyone have a fixed 400Z that we can try to take out? Or does anyone have a Malou? Such a guilty pleasure car of mine that I just want to have, and then probably end up putting it away after one lap. Would it be in the case of Never Meet Your Heroes? Maya, It's sad because the tires are a very important factor, and it could be probably a lot better. But like the combination of tires and suspension being so soft and just like having nothing, like no connection with the car at all, with the roads, make it for a very difficult case. I'm gonna stop talking because there's nothing good I can tell you aside from the engine is actually good. It's something that should have been in 350Z, because if anything, 350Z and also 70, man, those are proper never meet your heroes cars. Heavy, slow, too much of a GT car, lots of noise, no power. And here you have noise and power and torque thanks to 3-liter turbocharged, and you still have manual, and it's rear-wheel drive, and it's supposed to be a purist car, but it's been killed so much that I'm having, yeah. Okay, I stop talking. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.